we have been just doing like a Thursday and Sunday show.
Okay.
And this year we're doing a Sunday and then a Thursday and then a Sunday show. So we are starting to
Expand.
right.
Yeah.
I think Beverly Hillbillies was, we did 2 shows for Beverly Hillbillies on Friday and Saturday. And then for A Christmas Story, we started doing 3 shows. We did a Friday night, a Saturday matinee, and then a Saturday night show.
Hello! This is episode 26 of Yellow Color Classes, and we have some incredible people on with the, remind me the name again?
Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild.
Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild. And this is going to be a lot of learning for me. I'm interviewing you guys, but I really don't know much about the guild. So you guys are going to be teaching me so much today. Janny, I'm going to ask that you kind of like fill in the voids here, but I'm going to be learning quite a bit today. So first, let's start off with a review. This is from Rebecca A. Rebecca says, Michaela was able to help me answer all of my questions and get my insurance quoted and changed in less than 24 hours. If you're looking for great rates and great people to help you, no matter what, these people are for you. So thank you so much to Rebecca for leaving us a review. That helps us out so much. So thank you for that. Janny, will you take it away?
Yes, I would love to. So it is my pleasure to introduce my oldest daughter, Anna Morrison. She is the junior representative for the Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild. I've talked about Anna a few times on the podcast before. When I refer to my oldest daughter, who is a senior, that's this child right here. And she's a very busy lady, very, very busy lady. And this is one of the many activities that she's involved in. Theater has always been very important to you. Mm-hmm. As a spectator and a participator. So would you like to tell a little bit about your role?
Yeah, I am the junior representative of the Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild. So I go to all the board meetings. I have some say on what we do. I'm basically a part of the board, but I'm a senior in high school, so that's a really cool opportunity for me to be a part of an organization like this in my community while I'm still as young as I am. I've been doing theater in school from about as young as they'd let me do it, but especially in high school I've gotten into it. And this past summer I branched out into the community theater as well. I was invited by the Guild to be a part of their summer musical, and I just absolutely loved it. So when they offered me the opportunity to be a candidate for this position, I was so excited, and I was elected, and here I am now as a part of the guild.
Well, congratulations. That is amazing. You were elected.
I was.
Not only did you want to do it, but others wanted you to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's so cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
So my name is Don Donovan. I am the current president of the Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild, and we've been around since 2019. Our board consists of 9?
Usually.
Yeah, typically. I believe right now we have 8 members total. Mm-hmm. So there's 7 adults and then our junior member, we've been putting on shows. We just actually the musical that Anna was in over the summer last year was our first musical that we've done, and we're looking forward to this year's musical as well, and hopefully Anna will be even more enthusiastic with it because she's going to be our musical director for it. So
wait, so that's different than what you're doing now?
Yeah, so each of our productions, there's a director that will be running that production.
Okay.
We just finished up in December. We had a Christmas Story was the production that we did.
And that's the one that you were just in.
And I directed that one.
Okay.
She actually wasn't
I was not in that one.
She was in Beverly Hillbillies that we did in July.
Okay.
That was fun.
So yeah.
Okay.
I went to that one and that was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
So now we're hoping that, as a matter of fact, we have a board meeting coming up here in a couple of weeks where we're going to put the final touches on what our schedule is going to be for the rest of the year. And the productions we're looking at doing are in July, doing A Little Shop of Horrors, and then
What is it called?
A Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing that in July. We're looking at doing Steel Magnolias in September.
I was in that in high school.
And
That was my high school.
I heard that one, but I haven't.
Audition.
yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at doing Miracle on 34th Street for Christmas.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of shows in a year.
It is.
Well, we're also gearing up right now. We're going to be doing our murder mystery dinner theater at the Wyoming Street Wine Stop on the end of February, beginning of March.
And this is what the Facebook was about. Or was that the masquerade?
So
You guys are busy.
yeah, that
That's something different too.
the Facebook invite was for our masquerade prom that we're doing on April 1st. It's going to be at Big Irontown from 7 to 11. All the information's on our website, phtg.org. But what we're doing with that is we're just kind of having like a formal event, so that way we can try to help raise funds, because doing musicals like A Little Shop of Horrors and that it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of expense that goes behind the scenes trying to get that all up and running. So we're doing that as a fundraiser to kind of help.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's a great idea too. You're calling it adult prom, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, I think that that's a fabulous idea. The last time I went to a prom was 1999. So, I think it's time to revisit
subtly like proud moment for like you and like who you are. Subtly.
Yeah, like I think it would be great to revisit that, but maybe not wear as cringy of a dress, or maybe wear a cringy one and just embrace it, relive those moments.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, the beauty of our adult prom this year is that the theme is masquerade. So you can wear a mask and nobody even knows how cringy you are.
Okay.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I do like it. And what a great idea for a fundraiser, because I mean, I think it's a great way to get the community together, which is one of the points, I think, of Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild,
Right.
is to bring the community together with the arts. But as a fundraiser, you're still doing the same thing, creating community in support of the arts. So,
That's so cool.
I think that's a really great way to do that. Great idea,
Okay,
guys.
I don't want to miss you before I start like diving into questions.
I am Susana Wheeler. I am the past president, or the first president of the
Have to
guild.
throw that in there. Another
Is our
proud
George
moment.
Washington.
George Washington. Yeah.
And the current secretary. I've done shows since high school.
Okay.
And just got with these guys. My daughter was encouraged to be in a musical, is how we started in
Bailey?
this. No, Bentley, my youngest daughter.
Okay.
How we started in this community. And then we ended up doing, like, I went to an audition and they asked me to read along with somebody else, just to give the person somebody to read with.
Sure,
and then they
sure.
casted me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Tricky.
This seems a little snake.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of us that just liked doing it together. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
What year was that?
Oh gosh.
That was before my time.
Yeah. Barely, but I don't know. I
But
don't
it
remember.
is, and that's how long this theatrical guild has been set in place.
So the Theatrical Guild itself has been in place since 2019. But
Okay,
Before that, there was a community theater that was like part of Parks and Rec
Okay.
with the city. And so there was a bunch of us that have been together for a while since those days.
Yeah.
And we all said, we'd like to
Organize it.
have a organization and do
Yeah.
it together, and be able to decide what what shows we're going to do, and we all had the same kind of vision as to what types of shows we wanted to do, and that's so we all got together, we
Wow.
created the not-for-profit, and
And this is not through the school.
this is not
This is
through the
outside of the
Correct.
school. Through
Right.
is it through the city or
No, we're
It's a
completely
different
separate
organization.
organization.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys can keep it going, I mean, we're going on, what, 4 years now?
Yep.
Wow.
That's so cool. And so because it's not school sponsored or even organized through the city, like any age range can participate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, for A Christmas Story, we had kids as young as like 9 years old, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you kind of have to
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
that
it
story.
just depends on the show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what age range we need.
I love that.
I did, when I was in high school, I was in Fiddler on the Roof.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one.
I did that one in high school too.
Really?
Yep.
What did you play?
I was one of the extras, and I sang something. I can't
Okay.
remember.
I was kind of like an extra too. I was a narrator.
Okay.
Or am I thinking of a different one? I know that there was one I was in like a pink jumpsuit, which is crazy to think that that's
That was not in
back.
Fiddler in the Roof.
Well, I was a narrator though, so I just like sat on the side,
Oh, okay.
telling the story.
Maybe so.
But yeah, that's totally not.
Not
Fiddler on
typically the
Roof.
colors for Fiddler.
No, not at all. But now I'm getting them confused. But I was in several different, and I think that name stands out to me the most. Have you guys ever seen Bye Bye Birdie? It's like one of my favorite.
We did
Like
that
that
in
one?
high school. Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite.
I don't think I had a named part in that one though. I was always like third girl or
Third girl.
There's always like a number involved with
Yeah.
my character.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
so cool.
that one was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So past productions include, of course, you mentioned A Christmas Story. You've done A Christmas Carol as well, right?
Well, we've done that. That was part of the old.
The old one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think our first production that we did was Yes, Virginia, There's a Santa Claus.
Okay.
And
During
we did that during COVID.
Oh,
So
wow.
that we did that as a radio play.
Oh,
So
that's a cool
we-
pivot.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that way we were still able to get out on the
Yeah.
stage, still, but
Each person had their own mic.
Sure.
right.
So was it kind of like this? I mean, you guys are
Yeah,
you know?
it's just that we were standing up on the stage, but yeah, I mean, everybody would come up to the mic, and
Wow.
it
It was like readers.
sometimes
theater.
like Readers Theater, we'd have our script there, but I mean, a lot of times it's you look down at the words and then you just keep going with it because
So did you find that you had to, in that situation, you had to kind of get more creative with your voice theatrics? Because you're not,
Right.
you can't visually see it, and so having to emphasize, someone being sad or angry or, whatever the...
Well, it was done live.
Yeah.
But
So you were just 6 feet
Oh,
apart.
yes,
Okay.
and then our audience was.
I'm thinking like this was recorded
Yeah.
and then
No.
put on the radio.
no,
Okay.
No, it was
we,
still
we,
live.
we still did it live, but it was a live.
I feel like
radio-
that's way
right.
harder.
Still, but yeah, you're not getting that feedback
Right. Yeah.
interaction
So
with a character.
when there's a scene that involves, like the two of us talking or whatever, I might be here, and then on the very end of the stage is the other person that I'd be talking to.
Oh my gosh.
so-
Wow. What
Yeah.
you're right. What a pivot.
Yes,
Right.
the
That's a
acting
pivot.
was
But-
completely
But were you
different.
Yeah.
having to make the decision between do we do a play or do we do it but with just a completely
Yes,
different
because obviously in 2019
approach.
we had an idea of doing a lot other things.
Yeah.
Like we had at one point a variety show that we were going to try to do, and like all this up, and then COVID happened, and it's like, all right, how are we
do we
going to
do?
do this?
Yeah.
And I mean, we had members that wore masks like every time that they came to our meetings, and so it's like, okay, well, the only way that everyone would feel comfortable with us doing this is, hey, we'll all be so far apart, we'll have our own microphones and do it like a radio play.
Wow.
So
That is
yeah.
really cool, though, that you were able to kind of think through, okay, this was the original plan. How do we
Right.
pivot? How do we still put on a production that honors the play, but keeps things safe for everybody? And I love that.
That's
you did
wild.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's so cool about this group.
Yeah.
Is just the minds and
Yeah.
the brainstorming.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be open to, especially in situations like a pandemic, you kind of have to be open
Pandemic
to
and
like
theater.
Yeah.
figuring it out. Like, okay, what's everyone open to? Because we kind of don't have a choice right now.
Yeah.
Wow,
So cool.
that's crazy.
You did Beverly Hillbillies last summer.
Yep.
And what have been some other performances that you've
So
done?
we've this end of February, beginning of March will be our third murder mystery that we've done, and we actually have been getting all of our scripts for our murder mysteries from Haley Productions, and this last time that we applied for the rights for the murder mystery, they actually posted on their Facebook page that like, hey, Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild is doing another one of our shows.
Uh-huh.
Check that out. And
Yeah.
so it was really cool to hear, to see that the company that we're getting the license from to be able to do the show
Yeah.
was actually like excited about us doing
Yeah.
doing it again.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Where do you guys mainly perform?
At the Methodist Church,
Yeah.
mainly.
And which one's that?
The Pleasant Hill Methodist Church.
It's on
On
Lexington.
Lexington?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
the one I was thinking.
they have a stage in their community life center that
Yeah.
we've used, and then the other place that we have been for our murder mysteries has been up at the Wine Stop.
Yeah. The Wyoming
Okay.
Street Wine Stop.
Yeah.
Are those once a year things for you, or do you do multiple murder mystery events throughout the year?
They've been once a year
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
So far.
So
I like
far.
that so far, dot,
Well-
like there might be more.
Yeah.
Suspense.
Yeah.
We have been just doing like a Thursday and Sunday show,
Okay.
and this year we're doing a Sunday and then a Thursday and then a Sunday show.
Oh.
So we are starting to
Expand.
right.
Yeah.
I think Beverly Hillbillies was, we did 2 shows for Beverly Hillbillies, Friday and Saturday. And then for A Christmas Story, we started doing 3 shows. We did a Friday night, a Saturday matinee, and then a Saturday night show.
Okay.
Good
So,
deal.
So your role that you're going to be taking on, what is that going to entail?
Like as musical director,
Yes.
I will be handling all of the music for Little Shop of Horrors, which I've been listening to the soundtrack and I cannot wait to start doing that. But
Can
I'll
you
be
spell horrors for me?
HORR.
Okay, thank you. Just
Oh.
making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I'm
We're
sorry.
not doing
Let's go for
We're going to keep it
Good.
PG,
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah.
like that.
PG-13.
Earlier when you said it, I'm like, there's no way.
you're like,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
She's not
Anyways.
seen the movie.
No, I haven't.
So it'll be like a brand new story to you.
It will.
Yes,
You'll have to
I
come
love
see it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Once it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
but-
keep her informed of the dates.
Yeah, I feel like
Good.
you're gonna need to. Goodness gracious.
But I'll be teaching the music to all of the actors and just kind of organizing all of that, working on just trying to make it as like the best that we can
Yeah.
get it to
Yeah.
put on the show.
Can you read music?
I can.
I guess you
yeah.
kind of have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like non-optional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading music is so hard for me. Like
Me
I was
too.
like when I was in high school, I kind of like was forced to read it in music
Choir,
class or whatever.
yeah.
Choir, yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And I just was so terrible at it. I don't think I don't think I'm cut out for that.
Yeah.
I need like a modified version of learning music.
I mean, and that's basically what I'll be doing because I know like not everybody who comes and auditions has like a formal music background. Like some people are just good if you can sing the part to them and they can sing it back to you.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it takes a little more work than that. But I'm excited for the opportunity to get to do that. 'cause-
Yeah. Well, good for you. Congratulations. I feel like it takes a certain level of expertise to be able to, and this is no offense to anybody, you would literally have to do this for me, to like really dumb it down so that everybody can comprehend and understand and kind of get on the same page of what's happening. So
Because it's one thing to understand it for yourself, but
Yeah.
the next level of that
yes,
is to be able to teach
absolutely.
it to someone.
Yes.
So-
Yeah. So kudos to you.
Yeah.
Rock
I'm
on.
excited.
So when do auditions start, or have they already happened?
Yeah, so we haven't actually even finalized
So it's
the
for
license
sure.
order. So
Okay.
it's,
Yes and no.
it's pretty for sure. I mean, we've been talking about doing this now for a couple of months,
So
and
is this like exclusive?
this is
exclusive
yes.
talk.
Okay.
So
Alright.
Heard it first
The
on Morning.
scoop.
The News Agency's yellow colored glasses,
I'm sorry.
sponsored by the Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild. No, I'm just kidding. This is not sponsored by.
So we've applied for the license. We have the contract. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is us signing the contract.
Signatures,
So
okay.
so as soon as we have our next board meeting, everybody will raise their hand, say aye, and we'll sign it, and it'll be
deal.
Wow.
yeah.
This is so cool. I'm so glad that this is happening in our
Yeah.
community, and I literally had no idea.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew it was. I'm glad it's happening. I knew it was happening, obviously, because my daughter is
Yeah.
involved in it. I'm not that out of
Wouldn't
it.
that be awkward?
It would be really awkward.
Actually, we've got.
What are you doing here? That's crazy. No, I'm so thankful that it's happening in our community because, I was a theater kid. I loved being involved in it, but for many people, once you graduate high school, or if you have the opportunity to do it in college, once that's over, you don't have that same outlet anymore. And it's just such an important thing for so many people
Yeah.
to just have some sort of creative outlet. And on top of that, you get to do it with people in your community that you see and do life with. Your kids go to school together, and I just think it's just such an important piece to a community, especially a small community like ours, that just unites you as performers, but as an audience too. I just absolutely love that. So cool.
So,
Yes.
follow-up question.
Yeah.
Are you open to auditioning?
I actually did audition.
You did?
Well, not for this one.
You
No.
literally didn't. I was about to. You literally didn't even tell me.
I auditioned for Beverly Hillbillies, and then I had to back out because I got this job, actually, and I had to.
So it's my fault.
It's your
So
fault.
it's your
Yeah.
fault.
I was gonna be on
Finally.
as an extra.
My how the tables have turned.
Oh yes. So it's all war and amounts. No, I had to start studying for my life insurance exam.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't do that
Yeah.
and make it to all the
Mhm.
rehearsals. I had to pick one, and so I figured there would be other opportunities to be in, which it sounds like there will be more opportunities to be in a
Absolutely.
show. And I did, spoiler alert, get my life insurance license, so that
You
worked
did?
out well.
And she's been working on life insurance policies all
I
day
have.
today.
I have been.
And so there's been some reward to
There-
that.
Right.
But I don't want the theater story to end for you.
Right, and now that my daughter's involved in it, I'd like to have a chance to do that with her while she's still,
Yeah.
here and not at college, because that's
Yeah.
around the corner too. So
That would be kind of fun. So you guys have never performed together.
not together.
I don't believe we have.
That would be so cool.
It would
I
be
feel like
cool.
that would be a very fun, like, mother-daughter. And not that I have kids, but
Oh, I think it would be a really fun memory
Yeah.
to have. So we're gonna try to make that happen. We're gonna try to.
Yeah.
So, well, and speaking of auditions, like if we have listeners who are thinking about getting involved in either like a performing capacity or maybe tech capacity, if they have those types of skills.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
would be a good way for them to get that type of information? To visit your website, your Facebook page, like where do you communicate the best?
All of that.
All
All
of
of
it.
it.
All of
Okay.
that. All of the things.
Okay.
So on Facebook, where would we find you? What name? Just Pleasant Hill Theatrical
Pleasant Hill
Guild?
Theatrical Guild. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So since this upcoming event is not, solidified, when are auditions?
So auditions for that would probably be like March, April.
March or first part of
Yeah.
April, probably.
Okay, so just be
Okay.
kind of checking
Yeah.
the website or the Facebook page for
Right.
announcements.
So, I mean, obviously, in the meantime, we have our murder mystery that we are doing February 26th, March 3rd, and March 5th at the Wyoming Street Wine Stop. And then our next event after that would be the adult prom on April 1st.
That big Irontown.
Yep, at Big Irontown. And then after that would be our auditions and everything for Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
And then the show is slated to be tentatively
In July.
In
It would,
July.
right, it would be the week after the county fair.
okay. Very good.
Wow, that's a lot. You guys have a lot going on, a lot to manage,
Yes.
a lot. And I'm sure,
Yeah.
like, how big do the castings usually end up being? Or the casts?
Well,
I mean, that
Yeah.
depends on the show.
Sure, yeah, that's
How many
true.
cast members we need. and-
Yeah.
They
how many
probably
did,
need
how many did we have for A Christmas Story? It was like
We had like 20.
19 or 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There probably always
Auditions.
room for extras too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing about A Christmas Story was the cast was 19 or 20, but most of those were all young kids. So,
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
that.
Because, like you said, it depends on
yeah.
what the show is. So I'm gonna have to dive into this
Yeah.
horrors
Little Shop of Horrors.
and get it
Horrors.
Horrors.
right. Yes.
It's a hard word to say. It really is.
Yes, and when I don't know what you guys are talking about. And I'm just trying to get by, trying to figure out which guys are talking about.
That was a funny moment.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to say about the organization that, like, any kind of message you want to get out about it that people wouldn't?
We have Instagram too.
Oh, Twitter
Yeah,
too.
we have
Yes,
in-
thank
we,
you.
We also have Twitter.
And Twitter.
Okay,
Look
you
at
guys are kind of
guys.
everywhere. We don't have Twitter.
We don't have Twitter, do we? Yeah. We can't
Well,
tweet.
the school uses a lot of Twitter.
Sure.
So, you know, and part of the reason why when we created the guild, it was decided that we should have a junior member, somebody from the high school, somebody to make that transition between
Yes.
the community and the
true.
high school, and
It's a great idea.
so that and it was actually our first junior rep that created our Twitter account for us. So that would have been Natalie back in 20. Was that
19,
yeah, it was
20.
2019. Yeah, because so yeah. I mean, and we've had 3 junior reps. We had Natalie Wood, Kennedy Donovan, and then Anna Morrison.
There's me.
I just have a question.
Okay.
You are a not-for-profit,
Mhm.
right? So if there are people who maybe don't want to get involved on a performance level, who want to support you guys financially,
Absolutely.
how do they go about doing that?
That's a great question.
You can get on our website
Mm-hmm.
at phtg.org,
Uh-huh.
and there's actually a form on there. If you're interested in donating, you can fill out that form, and then we'll contact you about it from there.
Very
Okay.
cool. So you would be open to like sponsorships from businesses and
Right, exactly.
individuals. Okay.
Yep.
And there's different levels of sponsorship.
Okay,
You can sponsor
nice.
a show,
Okay.
you can sponsor a couple shows, you can sponsor a whole year. You can,
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Okay.
so we have season, a season sponsor or just a production sponsor, and then there's various levels, from, because each production we do, we have, kind of like a playbill program,
Sure.
and we'll list out our sponsors in there, and
Do you have like a season ticket holder type of thing available?
we haven't done anything like that yet. With the website that we have now, we're able to do all, sell all of our tickets and everything right on the
Okay.
website, which is kind of new
It's
for
still
us.
fairly new, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're experimenting with all the different things that we can do now with the website, because previously it was, just Facebook or word of mouth, and
Yeah.
and so now with the website, be able to sell tickets, and
Yeah.
one of the things that I just realized that we could do is actually have like a seating chart, so you could
Yeah.
you could actually buy the seat that
Yeah,
that you wanted.
for
And
sure.
So I mean, it's not anything that we've done up till now, but you know.
I have another question.
Mhm.
So if, let's say your daughter is the musical director, do you get like preferred seating? Or just hypothetically?
I'm sure something.
Sure, we can work something
Just
out.
kidding.
No. No,
kidding.
because you're supposed to be in it.
Oh, that's right.
True.
That's
your
right.
preferred sitting
Yeah,
is
so
on the
you're-
stage.
Very true.
You're
Thank you.
fired. You're actually
She's asking for a friend.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
hypothetical.
God.
Hypothetical.
Okay, yeah, you're asking for me.
Yeah.
Yes. And my answer, my invitation is yes, even though
Okay.
you didn't really invite me.
You are,
But-
consider yourself invited now.
You were fired. Thank you for the
Oh.
invitation, and now I'm firing you from the seating.
From the seating? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
not the job part though, right? Like I still have my job here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. No, you just can't be in the audience.
We don't want to have that kind of exclusive.
That kind of exclusive.
You heard it
content.
here first.
Annie's fired on the podcast.
Employee gets fired from podcast. Oh my god. That would be funny, but not.
But also not funny.
But not funny simultaneously at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Oh man,
funny.
what a dramatic moment with the theatrical guild just now.
Yeah.
This took a dramatic turn.
I mean, this is drama. This is theater.
This is drama.
So,
Yeah.
Good drama.
We've actually been acting this whole time. And anyway.
Oh man. Well, it was lovely to
Yes.
have all of you on
Thank you
here.
so much.
Thank you for having
Yes.
us.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having us.
Yeah. And if you want to get involved, check out Pleasant Hill Theatrical Guild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and phtg.org.
Yes.
I had to look at their shirts.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna snag all that from you guys at the end because I couldn't remember as you were saying it. But yes, thank you so much for listening to episode 26 of Yellow Colored Glasses. Peace out.
Right. Well,